Hi guys, I just got off the call with Julie Scholler and I have to say, fantastic. Not just for mommies, she did write a fantastic book which I recommend everybody check out. Not just mothers, but women, period. From crappy to happy. It's about motherhood and dealing with children and stopping with this whole pressure to be perfect and actually implementing into your life how to be a happy person using meditation and gratitude practices. But also I think it's just a fantastic way to be looking at life in general. And even if you're not a mom yet, but if you're thinking about being a mom, these are things that we should be talking about. I mean, a lot of people, we talk about all the great things about being a mom, and there's so many fantastic things about being a mom, but I think oftentimes we feel the pressure that if we talk about some of the less than glorious parts, we feel guilty. It's like we're selling our children out or something, and we absolutely are not. It just, the reality of it is that, you know, sometimes you will snap at your kids, and no one wants to do that. And you know what? My mom always said, the people who raise the best kids are the people who have no kids. And that is so true, guys. So before you start judging everybody, read the book. But also, just like I said, for moms, just stop judging yourself, because we're our biggest judges. And yeah, I can remember I was actually listening. I recently did the Gabby Bernstein's Spirit Junkie Masterclass. And one of the things that she said was that often we get so upset because, not because what someone said was mean, but because what they said was actually very much what we have said to ourselves, and sometimes much worse. And then it's almost like by hearing it outside your head, it becomes that much stronger and more truthful. And it's absolutely not true. It's just thoughts. You know, they come in, they come out. And that was a great thing to talk about with Julie, that the fact that a lot of these thoughts are just that. They're just thoughts, guys. And we need to deal with them. So it was a really great interview. I highly recommend signing up to make sure you get onto this retreat. Like I said, the retreat is, all the videos are going to be free for 24 hours. It's going to be for not a long weekend, it's 3-day weekend. I'm so tempted to restart this, but you know what? This is Creative Mermaids. This is what it is. It's the messy middle. It's the occasional mistakes. It's not that things are bad. It's just that they're not perfect. And stop beating yourself up. And so instead of taking this 30 times to get it done perfectly, and it still won't be perfect. There will still be someone who said you could have done this, this, or this. I'm going to do it once, enjoy myself. I really hope that you feel that I'm happy about this and that you're excited about this retreat as I am, because I'm just like, guys, there's so much juiciness. It's so good. I want everyone to see this. So yeah. I think Julie's day is going to be this Saturday. I think that's the 30th. The retreat's going to be September 29th, 30th, and the 1st. And Julie's going to be talking about meditation, how to have a meditation practice even as a busy mama. And see, I love this. This is wonderful. This is life, guys. And I think it actually kind of makes the video cooler, not less. And yeah, how to incorporate meditation into your life, even if you are a busy mama or you have no time. Yeah, but one thing I took away too, and from the crappy to happy, we talked a little bit about her book, but one thing that she said was that gratitude practice really helps. And I found the same thing, that once I started gratitude practice, my life improved dramatically, because yeah, before being a mom, I was 100% confident. I had no problem with confidence. In fact, sometimes I was probably too confident, you know, the glory of youth. But once I became a mom, I became the opposite. And I actually wrote an article in a Badassery magazine about that. And I'll include the article, at least the link to the magazine, the issue, as well down below. But for me, it really knocked, as a sailor, the wind from my sails. Because I went from someone who was 100% confident in myself, who was at least able to take any decision I made, I knew that I could live through it. Or if I didn't, if something horrible happened, that I could live with the consequences, because it was my decision and it was only going to affect me or people in my periphery. But you know, all adults who are functioning and able to deal with their own shit, or not, but not my problem if you couldn't deal with your own shit. And then all of a sudden, now I've got this little person, and now 2 little people who depended on me completely. And I love them so much, guys. Like, I adore them, as you would expect, you know. And then you don't want to make mistakes. You do want to be perfect, because you want your children to be perfect, and you blame yourself for so much. And all these decisions are there, and you don't know which is the right one, and people are telling you one thing and the other thing, and your gut's telling you one thing. And some women, they become moms and they become lionesses. They really just come into their own. I became a mom and I became a nut job. You know, like, all my confidence was gone, because all of a sudden my confidence was built on me and only being responsible for me. And all of a sudden now I'm responsible for these little people who I love more than me. Gone, guys. And it was just so cool to talk to her about yeah, being a mom and incorporating meditation into your practices, and gratitude, and you know, how no matter how busy you think you are, you can find the time, and what's the right way or wrong way. And spoiler alert, there is no wrong way. But and one thing that I took about it too was from this retreat is I'm getting pretty stressed out about my internet situation. And the internet situation is that I often don't have internet, and it's really, really frustrating for me. It's starting to drive me nuts, because often we go into a harbor, I'll arrange a day or two of interviews. I'm so excited about them. My expectations are so high because I know these women. They're fabulous women. They have so much to offer. And I also don't want them to kind of walk away and go, oh, Sherry doesn't even have it together enough to do an interview. I mean, these are things that go through everyone's heads. And then you get to the harbor that you just paid a lot of money so you could have internet, and they don't have decent Wi-Fi. I can have WhatsApp yesterday, but I couldn't have Messenger. And so I'm like, oh God, and I'm just so frustrated and stressful. And then of course, because I'm stressed, I'm making my kids stressed, I'm making my partner stressed, I'm taking it out on them a little bit, even when I don't want to. So talking to her about, first off, she gives me a really cool technique, and everyone, about how to kind of like step back and center, and it takes all of 16 seconds. Guys, it's worth it. The video is worth it for that alone, but I'm not going to spoil that. You need to come and pay attention for that one. And it's in like the first 5 minutes, so you've got time for that, trust me. But one thing she talked about with the Crappy to Happy was how she incorporated a gratitude practice into her life, and what a big, huge difference that made. And all of a sudden for me, that was really big, because I was like, you know what, I actually do find that since starting in my own gratitude practice, it has made a huge difference in my life, and I've actually been very happy that I've started a gratitude practice. And so much so that in my author planner, I actually included it into the daily planning section, because it does. I mean, you're writing, guys. It's exciting. This is the kind of stuff that makes this world such a fantastic place to be in, and sometimes you do need to be reminded of yourself why you're doing this stuff. And you can get so wound up in the shoulds and musts, and it's going to be like this, that you kind of, sometimes the gratitude practice can kind of bring you in and center and be like, you know what, okay, this wasn't perfect, but it was so amazing that I did this. And this is one thing that I think that I should be doing with the internet too, is like, you know what, like Julie said today, like, I'm in Portugal, she's in New Zealand, I'm sailing around the world on a boat, and I can still make the plans to meet her at 10 a.m. flick the video on and talk to her in New Zealand, someone who 20 years ago I would never even have known she existed. And now here she is writing these fabulous books that she can put out to Amazon, share her knowledge. I can talk to her. Okay, was the connection crystal clear all the time? No, but it was a good connection. It wasn't fiber connection, but it was good, and her words were fabulous, and this is amazing, guys. And I've got to realize that instead of excessive expectations block fulfillment, like Danielle Port says. And this is something that mamas especially, we have such high expectations of ourselves and of our kids, and then we try to control everything, and we've just got to stop. We got to relax, we got to roll with it instead of controlling it, and we'll have such happier and more peaceful lives. And I'm just so excited that I get to share this with you. And definitely, guys, check out Julie's work. It's really great stuff. And when her interview goes, either get the full package, like I said, the access pass is on sale until the 1st for $67, the early bird package, and afterwards it goes up to $97, but it's free while the 24 hours of the video is airing. So no matter what, guys, jump on there, grab it. There's so much juiciness, there's so much goodness, there's just so much in it for just daily life. It really is a retreat on how to be sane and work your way from the messy middle, which is just this part where you're kind of judging yourself all the time. And life is the messy middle, you will get from, you start at the caterpillar and you end up at a butterfly, but in between there's a dissolving phase, and we often skip over that. And we do talk about this in the video about how it's so much shinier to present the butterfly and the caterpillar, but not that in between hard work phase where we often blame ourselves that we don't get past it. And we have to stop doing that, guys. Stop. We will get past it, and but only if we face it. So yeah, and this whole entire retreat is giving you tools on how to face it and make it better and make it easier, and how to pluck that wisdom and the gold and just go for it. So I'm going to leave it at that. I've already talked almost 10 minutes, but I'm just so excited about this and everything that's going on. I'm just really grateful that I'm able to do this and that it's happening, and that I really hope that you guys get even half as much out of it as I have. Then you're going to have so many more tools and learning experiences to walk away with. Okay, guys, thanks.